So as a lot of you know, I have issues getting my beers cooled down at a reasonable time frame. So I've got some stuff I'm gonna put together a chiller system that basically will keep a reservoir of icy cold water, and hopefully that'll do the trick, and I'll just be able to recirculate that rather than using the groundwater and trying to get to pitching temps with 80 degree or 85 degree groundwater. So this is the beginning of the build video. Haven't done really anything yet except for collect materials, and I don't think I have everything I need quite yet. It's going to start with a couple of things that I know are going to be in place for this build. You know, the reservoir is going to be one. This is a 55-gallon drum. We get these at work and end up throwing them out most of the time. But it's an open top. I've got a lid for it. I can close it up. You know, there's a lid there, two-piece. It's got the locking ring. I've got a submersible pump. This is the Superior pump. Pretty good reviews, 1/4 horsepower, plenty of power. At least it should have plenty of power. And the idea here is this is going to basically live inside this reservoir of water at all times, and then that's what I use to push the water into the cooling system. Now, the cooling system I don't really have figured out yet, but it's either going to be a submersible, you know, wort chiller, typical, you know, copper coil, maybe a Hydra, considering buying a Hydra here soon, or I'm going to build a parallel counterflow chiller, or maybe just a traditional counterflow chiller with the old garden hose and the coil and all that. So we'll see what I end up with for the final product, but I need to do some proving of the system first. So I'm going to take you along through the whole journey and basically walk you through the whole process and see what I fail with, see what successes I have, and that sort of thing. So basically this is the key component here, is having a nice large reservoir of water, having a pump that can actually give me good you know, counter flow against whatever I'm using. I've got this system, and I've got some RV antifreeze. This is glycol. It is the, oh geez, what is this one? It's the propylene glycol, not the ethylene glycol. But it's good. It'll handle really low temperatures and keep your water from freezing. So I'm not going to have a full concentration. It's only going to be, you know, what is that? If I put 5 gallons in, that's only 10% of this. So it's just to prevent it from chilling or freezing if I really want to get it super cold. So those are the 3 components, and this is really the key behind the whole thing. I was able to get this. This was some surplus equipment from my previous job. It was actually going to go to scrap or get donated or something, but it was offered up to me, and I took it. This is a laboratory chiller bath system. It needs a little cleanup, but I have tested it. It works, and this thing has the ability to go down to about -50, -60 degrees Celsius. So that is hella cold, well below freezing. And if you've got the right media, then you can really bring your temperatures super low. So it has a pump in it, so it can recirculate out of that reservoir. It has the capacity to chill an external bath reservoir system, but it doesn't tell me the limit on the volume. So I think it's really a matter of how long it runs, and it just takes longer to get that bulk temperature down. So I'm going to do one of 2 things. I am going to first thing I'm going to do is try to just cool the entire bulk with that, effectively having the same fluid in this as in that chiller bath, recirculate it from this guy into this and then back out of this to chill this entire thing down to the temperatures that I want to hit. So what's the temperature? Well, if I can get below 50 Fahrenheit, I'm going to be in pretty good shape for chilling. My plan is to go even lower, which is just going to improve my chilling efficiency and capacity, if you will. I am not a thermodynamic expert. I don't even know how to run the calculations, and I don't care. I just want to see proof in the pudding, right? So I'm going to build this thing up, and we'll see how it does. So stick along for the ride, and we'll see what this thing ends up being. But I'm hoping to have a pretty cool build video out of this, and I know I'm going to succeed one way or another. I've got a few different options, and I'm confident I'm going to get this thing figured out. So one of the other things I'm going to do, so I'm going to do kind of like what people do for a rain barrel system. I'm going to do a bulkhead with a valve. So be able to, I'm going to put a washer here, and that'll go through the wall of the reservoir. Seal it up nice and tight so that it doesn't leak, and then I'll be able to turn it on and off whenever I want. Now, one of the things I can't do is run that pump with this closed. That would be no bueno. So it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, I might have to put another valve in, figure out how to do it, but we'll get there. All right, one thing at a time. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and find where I wanna put that ball valve, or it's not really a ball valve, but the, whatever the hell you wanna call that, gate valve, spigot, and probably down low. This is gonna be elevated, so if I need to, I could maybe switch it over to a gravity fed system, but yeah. We're gonna get there. I gotta run some tests and see how it chills, how that thing chills 50 gallons of water first. Okay, stay tuned. Cheers.